Let's say something bad happened to you. Doesn't matter what exactly, you just feel bad. You feel angry, sad, disappointed or whatever. No matter if you're aware of it or not, you probably have thought something like, why did this happen? Or why am I so unlucky? Well, and this is the mistake most of us, including me, make when something doesn't go as planned. When something bad happens, we resent it, we hate it, we fuel our already bad emotions with regret and this feeling that we would love to turn back time. But the truth is, instead of resenting what just happened, we should peacefully accept it. Now, I don't mean that we should just give up on trying to change our situation. I mean that we shouldn't hate our situation, even if it seems very bad. Don't give up on trying to change it, but also don't hate it if you can't change it. By acceptance, I mean acknowledging that something bad happened, and acknowledging that it's a natural, normal part of our regular life. Enter Stoicism. If you're older than 5 years old, you probably know what nature is. Stoics believe that the key to good life is living in accordance to the rules of nature. Marcus Aurelius wrote about that a lot. If you haven't already, you should read Meditations. Now, to be clear, as a Christian I don't agree with everything what Stoics say, but I still like incorporating some basic Stoic ideas to my life philosophy. According to Stoics, all the things that happen to us are just part of the nature of this world. Everything is normal, regular, nothing new. Even death is natural. In simple words, those things happen on a regular basis, and there's no reason to hate them, because there is no way to avoid them. That's just how life is. So many of the things that happen to us, according to Stoics, are simply part of nature. They aren't neither good nor bad. They're just natural. I would say that I mostly agree with it, but not in 100%. There is no reason to resent most of our bad experiences, because no matter what you think about them, they will just keep happening, because they simply are an inevitable part of our existence. I want to be honest, I'm not a Stoicism expert. Some of the things I'm saying in this video required me to look up on Google and ask ChatGPT in order to polish the things I was unsure of, so I hope you'll forgive me this and some eventual mistakes in my thinking. Only a few days ago I actually reminded myself of some of the Stoic wisdom I've read in the past, so well, this video is also a lesson for me. Back to the point. Now, what about the bad things caused by other people? When someone does a bad thing to us, he's basically sinning, so as Stoics would say, he's doing something against nature. I'll be honest, I asked ChatGPT to clear it out a bit, because I was unsure of how it aligns with the idea of everything being in accordance to nature. And basically, when you do something wrong, you are against nature, but when someone else does a bad thing to you, well, it's still something that happens to you from the world, so it's still part of the nature of the world to you. It's bad for him, but for you, it's neither completely bad nor good. Here's something I like to repeat to myself when something goes wrong. It has to be this way. And that's true. As a Christian, I believe that those things were planned for us to happen, and perhaps a few of them may actually be crucial parts of God's plan for us. And according to Stoicism, they are all natural and normal. We suffered in the past and will suffer in the future. There is no reason to hate suffering, because some discomfort is something that will always keep happening. And also, when something bad happens to you, and you wish that you could turn back time, sorry to break it down to you, there's no way to turn back time. And so, although some regret is good and needed for us, great part of it is often excessive. You won't turn back time, you won't prevent your past mistakes from happening, and you won't prevent your bad memories from being true. What's in the past is in the past, so just accept it. And for the fellow Christians watching this, Stoicism is great, but first off we should care about following Christian philosophy. I don't want to misguide anyone, so take what I will say now with a grain of salt and think for yourself. While Stoics talk about nature, I talk about God's plan or God's will. In my opinion, when we sin, it's against our Father's will, but it's still allowed because He gave us free will, and because it's not against His will for us to endure the results of someone else's sin. When someone else sins against us, sure, it hurts, but it doesn't actually negatively influence our soul and our conscience, of course unless we decide to respond back with evil. Everything that happens to us is allowed by God, and the bad things that happen to us are often the way God disciplines us or punishes us for our bad behavior. Bad things that happen to us are sometimes caused by other people's evil, but the consequences of someone else's evil, by that I mean the results of it towards us, might have been actually planned by our Father for our good. When we suffer, it's for a higher purpose, because suffering can make us better people. Follow Jesus. Amen. That's it for today. Thanks for your time. Growth is our duty. Bye.